Good evening, Mountaineer Nation. I'm Sam the Man, and this is another episode of the Mountaineer Effect, our special bowl series featuring my good buddy, Marcus Dean. Greet the people, Mr. Dean.
What up? What up?
Today, we're going to talk bowl games. Specifically, we're going to talk about the Duke's Mayo Bowls coming to you on Thursday, December the 30th at 11:30 a.m. on ESPN. This game is extra special to Mr. Dean because he is a huge UNC fan. Tell me, my good man, what's going to happen in this game? I think it's going to be a great game.
Honestly, it will be a great game. It's the tale of the North versus South Carolina. Shane Beamer and the mighty Gamecocks, his first year there, they become bowl eligible out of the SEC. Golf clap for Mr. Beamer in his very first year. It's a great job for him. But that's all I'm going to give him. That's all the credit I'm going to give him because this could be Sam Howell's last game. Very well could be Sam Howell's last game in a UNC Tar Heel uniform. So in my opinion, Sam Howell and company is just going to ball out. They're going to come out. They're going to come out guns a-blazing. Nothing to play for really, except for this being possibly Sam Howell's last game. You're going to want to send out their seniors in the right way. And I'm thinking this one could get ugly pretty quick. Because this is, if you think about it, this game's come full circle for Sam Howell. Sam Howell's very first game as a true freshman played against University of South Carolina in Charlotte, and they won. His very first game as a Tar Heel. Why not be his very last game as a Tar Heel, going out against South Carolina? And this one is going to get ugly. But it's not going to be a pretty game for y'all Gamecocks fan. Because Sam Howell and company's come to smoke your ass. I'm thinking 35-17, go Heels.
Well, and, I'm not going to disagree with you. I didn't watch South Carolina, I don't think at all this year, but I did watch UNC several games. Sam Howell is a baller. He's a big game guy. He is one of the toughest SOBs you will ever find. And, he just keeps coming back. He's relentless. I'm gonna nickname him the T1000, man. He's just relentless. He don't stop. I hope UNC pulls this one out. If this is Sam Howell's last game, he deserves to go out on top. And I think with their style of play and the way they can move the ball at times, I think they're going to be just fine against South Carolina.
Yeah, and I think too, bro. I think British Brooks is going to have a nice game against them. And Ty Chandler. Ty Chandler's been his last game as well. Coming as a graduate transfer from Tennessee. I think he'll have a good game. And also British Brooks has already said he's coming back next year as a senior. So I'm really looking forward to see how he performs because he had a great game against NC State, and he also had a great game against Pitt too.
So does Sam Howell have one more year left?
Yes, he does. He has 1 year of eligibility left. He can come back because he is a true junior. So he does have 1 year left. My thing is, will he risk coming back? To me, has he done enough to be a first or a second round pick with this year, with this team? I don't know. I don't know if he's done enough to be a first or second round pick.
Yeah, in my list of quarterbacks that I would look at, he would be in the middle, but he could sneak into the second round. But that's the problem with this year's draft. This draft that we've got coming up is we're not really overly quarterback heavy like we have been the last 2 years. Like there's a couple of good ones, but it's not really deep. So as far as quarterbacks go, a team that's looking to add some depth at quarterback, we'll look at Sam Howell for sure because he's a tough guy and can get the job done. So that's going to be interesting too. But that's the Duke's Mayo Bowl, December 30th on ESPN, 11:30 from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Full circle for Sam Howell. I think it's going to be a really good game. Be sure to tune in. But I'm Sam the Man. This is the Mountaineer Effect. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out all of our bowl selections. Just check the channel. You'll find all that you could want. There's some good controversial ones on there too. Have a good night. Let's go Mountaineers.